So, I have just seen the TV show Carnival for the first time, and my goodness, do I have some thoughts. Carnival is, to put it plainly, Carnival is this mystical, magical, crazy show, and I've known about it for quite a long time now. And I've sort of seen it described often as kind of like a cross between Lost and Twin Peaks, but obviously following a carnival during the Great Depression. I guess the question is whether or not it held up um, to that bizarre assessment. And I mean, the answer is kind of yeah, it kind of held up. But for those not in the know, Carnival is basically a cross between kind of Lost and Twin Peaks, revolving around a carnival during the Great Depression. It is exactly as described, basically. And yeah, like they're going from town to town and they're doing shows and they're living that sort of carnival life and they're getting up to weird magical shenanigans involving destiny and the fate of the world itself. And I think there's a lot of symbolism regarding the atomic bomb, which is getting ready to be invented and be a thing, and it's obviously like hanging over their heads in a way. It's like they can sense that something wrong is getting ready to happen. Um, so yeah, but there's a lot more to it than even that, right? Because the main plot has to do with this kid, Ben Hawkins, who he gets picked up by the carnival after his mother dies, and he has nowhere else to go. And while they don't know it yet, Ben Hawkins is a special boy with magic powers. He can heal people. He can touch someone and he can heal them of their injuries. He can fix your broken leg, but it comes at a cost. It will kill something else, someone or something else nearby. So like he'll fix your broken leg, but the neighbor's dog is going to die. That sort of thing. It's like a give and take, life for a life sort of thing. And did I mention how the carnival is run by this guy Samson, and Samson is the man from another place from Twin Peaks. He's the man from another place, and I was just thrilled to see him just for that reason. And then I was especially impressed by how he is a great actor in Carnival. Samson is kind of the best character on the show, I think. He's just the best acted and one of the more interesting characters. This man who is often underestimated because of his height, and yet who is so clever and shrewd and dangerous. He is willing to defend his carnival until his dying day, and he's kind of a prick a lot of the time, but he's also very compassionate and strong-willed. He's a great figurehead for the carnival. And let me tell you, some weird stuff happens in this show. From the mysterious management who lives in the back of a wagon and who only Samson is allowed to talk to they like visit a ghost town, like a literal ghost town at one point, and there are disappearing wagons and apocalyptic encounters with various demons and visions and whatnots. The show draws heavily from like Gnostic and Christian symbolism and beliefs regarding like the battle between good and evil, and the Knights Templar are involved, and like the Freemasons also have a little role to play, and there's are all these connections to like I guess that's sort of where like the lost symbolism comes through, right? Lost, I think, was heavily inspired by Carnival. Um, right. You've got like the good and the evil, the light and the dark, duking it out in a seemingly remote locations, right? The Dust Bowl in Carnival and an island on Lost and that sort of thing. Um, like Washington in Twin Peaks. And it is obvious, I think, in Carnival that it's not even a spoiler to say that Ben Hawkins is the hero of the story. He is the force of good in this generation, the creature of light. But it's kind of unclear who the previous generation's hero was, because we do meet those figures, those archons, if you will, um, and we're led to believe that it's Ben's father at first, only to assume later on that it might be someone else. And I'm not actually sure if that ambiguity was a bug or a feature, but there you go. Um, as for the villain of the piece, the opposite of Ben Hawkins, we have Clancy Brown, the Kurgan from Highlander, and Savage Opress from Star Wars, and he played Frankenstein and the scary captain guy from Shawshank Redemption, and a million other great, amazing, imposing characters. He's didn't he usually plays a villain, but not always. In this, he's kind of playing a villain. He's playing at first a morally complex like preacher. His name is Brother Justin Crow, and Brother Justin is, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. He Brother Justin is just a much better version of Randall Flagg, the walking dude from The Stand, right? He is a better walking dude than Stephen King could ever dream up. And I don't particularly love Brother Justin. He's not my favorite villain ever in a story. But compared to the walking dude, whose supposed charisma never really, it always kind of fell flat on me, an angry, like pissed off Clancy Brown can put the fear of God. No, not the fear of God. He can put the fear of the devil in you, and that is a fact. That is a promise. My only issue with the character, really, this imposing, brilliantly acted character, is how the writers were kind of fickle with how they wanted to portray him. I think they seemed unsure how to portray him after the first few episodes. It felt like maybe they wanted him to be pure evil starting out, but they got kind of scared that the audience wouldn't like that. So they started him off with these noble aims and ambitions, only to kind of backpedal later and make him a little more evil and just like plain villainy. And I mean, Brother Justin Crow can be this disgusting and terrifying, imposing figure, um, to the point where I wonder why Clancy Brown has never played Judge Holden from Blood Meridian before. Because especially later on in the show, uh, Brother Justin becomes very judge coded, and it is chilling. I mean, let me tell you. Um, and that's not even like that's like a percentage of the cool stuff in Carnival. As I've said, it's not a perfect show, I don't think. I don't think any show is. But I mean, the main character, Ben Hawkins, could be a little better. He's a little pig-headed and annoying at times. And they could have streamlined the instances of magic a bit. Um, and sometimes it almost seems like they forget that the show's about a carnival and not like these country towns we don't really know or care about, or these like random odd little side quests. And the show can be dark at times. I mean, it can be really dark, seriously, and it's not for the faint of heart. But there is just a shred of something really spectacular in there, and I do think personally that it's a crying shame that they didn't get another season, that they didn't get multiple more seasons. They only got 2 seasons, and that's a that is a shame. Um, but yeah, that is Carnival. Without me spoiling anything in particular, that is Carnival. So I I personally give it like 3 out of 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. But that's just me. Um, like and subscribe if you want to hear more reviews of things and really just more nerdy chit chat in general, I am an author and a game designer and a bookseller, and I am slowly losing my mind. So, yeah, bye.